fuck. Before I even get into it, I just want to vent a little. I never wanted to be a Nintendo-centric channel. I still don't want to be that. It just so happens the things I keep up with the most when it comes to gaming happen to be Nintendo. Okay? So with that being said, let's talk about Nintendo and Pokemon. I wanted to make a video about Legends ever since it was revealed, both because I was really excited about it, and also because, naturally, at this point for Pokemon, I was kind of worried. When it was first revealed, the frame rate was struggling, environments, while big, looked rough, and even though we saw a lot more movement, there were also open area battles that weren't entirely clear, but clear enough that you could make a safe assumption. Now that more is shown, I'm ready to voice my incredibly irrelevant opinion to the world, because that's what people want! Just a side note, even though more information came out, things still weren't 100% clear, so a lot of this video is going to be assumptions as I try to piece things together while voicing my own bull. I want to start out with the thing that interests me the most, and that's the battle system. When you look at the first trailer, you could see a Pokemon battling by your side, but you weren't really doing anything. It was kind of up in the air if you would be participating in the battles, or if it would be the same kind of battling that we're all used to. Turns out it's a bit of both. Yeah, you're just kind of sitting there watching your Pokemon do stuff, but the battle system is different. While it's still turn-based, it's move-based, meaning that depending on how fast your Pokemon is, you can perform multiple moves before the opponent. This isn't a new concept, this is the equivalent of like a move gauge, which has been around since fucking forever. The amount of turns you can have changes if you switch your style of attack, and I honestly think this is really cool. It might encourage more stat moves to be used since they could all basically be ignored through a casual run for a normal game. As much as this does interest me, I can't fathom why your character isn't doing jack shit. We have so much more mobility, more than we ever have in any Pokemon game. So why not allow us to move and do stuff during battle with our Pokemon? What, are they gonna be worried about freaking PETA getting all anal about beating up fake monsters? Fucking fuck off, PETA, you fuck. Let the trainer have a tool or something to do minor damage or stat effects. If not that, then what about giving support items to your Pokemon, being able to distract your opponent so your Pokemon can avoid damage or deal extra damage? It's a hard thing to figure out, I'll admit that, and maybe those options would really suck or not be engaging enough, and that's fair. I just think it's a little odd that you have so much more mobility but don't do anything with it in battle.
And just as a side note, I don't play a lot of the Pokemon side games, so if this has happened in an old Pokemon game, maybe like Pokemon Conquest, for example, free feel to let me know, because I don't know. I haven't played any of the Ranger games either, so yeah, enlighten me.
The other thing I thought about for battles was why not let more than one Pokemon fight? The turn-based combat has gotten a little more interesting, and when it comes to this style of combat, there's usually multiple characters and you can base your actions on the order of attackers. So why not? There's gonna be extra strong Pokemon around, so I don't think it's unreasonable to have two fighting one. But you know what? Maybe that would be too much. Maybe that would make the game too easy.
Even if it did, so fucking what? They love making this series easier and easier.
I need to know, why the fuck are we still just standing there and not doing much? Sure, it's the most Pokemon have animated in a while, but it still seems pretty minor for what the game actually is. Battles take place in whatever area you initiate them, so why not let us actually control our Pokemon during battle? Have a small battle area, give us a normal-ass, basic-ass attack, and then 4 special moves that just recharge. Not very unlike Unite now that I think about it, wow. But I'm pretty sure this is something Xenoblade does. I don't know every RPG out there, and my brain is bad, so I don't remember every RPG that I even know about. But I know this isn't really a unique concept. I just think it's one that can fit really well into this more open kind of game. Fucking, yeah, whatever. Moving on! I already mentioned it plenty of times, and it's the movement. Running is nothing new, and while sneaking might be more gameplay oriented than movement, it's actually sneaking and not what we got in
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
As dope as it is to ride Pokemon around environments, this also isn't really anything that new because of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's definitely better since it was expanded upon, but again, nothing new. The biggest thing that was even in the first trailer is obviously a fucking dodge roll. As cool as this is, like, what the fuck is even the point? From what they showed, the point is to avoid extra aggressive Pokemon that can straight up attack you. And look, I want to be excited for this, but like, What the fuck is the point? I know I just said that, but seriously. You have the option to either catch Pokemon outright by sneaking up and chucking a ball, or you can engage in battle. I'm assuming you battle to both raise your Pokemon's level, or if a Pokemon is just too high level, there might be a level cap, just like how there's a cap in what level Pokemon actually listen to your command. I don't know. Assuming I'm even remotely correct, I seriously doubt you'll be able to catch these aggressive Pokemon without battling them. So what's the point of this entire exchange? If you take too much damage from a Pokemon, you get sent back to a little camp, which seems like it's the same thing as blocking out in a normal Pokemon game, and fine, that's what that is. But what happens when all your Pokemon faint? I'm assuming the same fucking thing. If that's not the case, then maybe that's why you'd want to escape from a really aggressive Pokemon, because you'll be left completely defenseless and won't be able to have battles. But if I am right about both conditions of feigning, the entire concept of trying to roll away from an attacking Pokemon seems like more of an inconvenience than anything. And look, I was ready to just rail into this mobility option being pointless, but then I actually started to think about it. Maybe it's possible that the aggressive Pokemon would be too strong and could easily wipe your team, so fighting them wouldn't be smart. That's probably a guarantee, but how big the level gap is might be what solidifies this. I was gonna argue that being able to ride Pokemon kind of defeats the purpose of the role in this kind of situation, but you probably won't get the option to do that for a little while. So the more I considered these things, I think my actual problem is, again, the lack of options you as a trainer have. There's probably a good argument to be had that you not having so many options is kind of the point, and that's why you have Pokemon to begin with, and like, sure. You know, sure. But when I see a game in this kind of open and more interactive environment, not being able to do anything except to run around and throw balls seems lacking. Even if you don't fight the damn things, why not give an option to escape easier like a smoke bomb? There can even be items that give you an advantage in battle. Off the top of my head, there could be like a tripwire that confuses the Pokemon, or like a sweet sense that puts them to sleep. Crafting is a part of this game already, so it doesn't seem unbelievable. If this is too overpowered, then just save it till the end game. I don't know if what I'm thinking is being conveyed well with my mouth, because I'm just kind of dumb sometimes. So if you understand, cool. If you don't, just as something minor, and I kinda hate to talk about this kind of thing again, but the fucking graphics for the wild area itself. What the fuck? The actual wild area in Sword and Shield was just lacking graphically. We all know this. I'm not gonna talk about it because that's a conversation that's been beaten to death. But why the fuck is it still a problem? Game Freak took a different approach in terms of art style with this game, with the color and more of a noticeable cel-shaded kind of look. People in Pokemon share this style and look good together, and even in the town it seemed to look fine. For some reason though, this ain't the case with the new wild area. As a whole, the wild area looks a lot better. I do need to point that out, but the way the game is textured is still pretty not great. Because of the shader of this game, it covers up a lot of the grossness this game could be, but some of the textures really stand out and seem outdated, especially if you really focus on the ground. The difference between the textured grass and the grass that's coming out is pretty fucking noticeable. Again, it's better than before, but some shots still throw me back to Sword and Shield, and that sucks. I'm worried about this game, but as worried as I am, I'm going to buy it. It's the most different experience we've gotten in a long time, so it's hard to not be excited. We might be like 5 months out for this game, but I really doubt that it'll improve in quality all that much. Most of the things I spoke about weren't even about the visuals of the game anyway, so I really doubt that they would make any major gameplay changes in this amount of time. I got a lot of crap in my last Pokemon video, and that was fun to read, so if you want to talk more crap and be upset, feel free to be pissed in the comments. If you're civil about it, I'd be totally open to have a conversation. Insert funny and smooth outro here. Yeah. Big Chungus among us. If you get the reference, let me know.